Do we think it's time to go over to meme review yet, or what?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. So
Daisy, ask
we,
Lindsay a question while I get that set up, if you don't mind.
yeah, I'll explain it a little bit too. So, just as Gerg pointed out,
Oh,
Banjo Toss is fun for not 2 hours, but it is a fun game to play, and so I'm glad that we got to experience that together. But as an alternative to fill up the stream time in a way that makes sense for the work that Lindsay does, we thought Lindsay could curate Dom and I some memes,
yeah.
some old time shitpost memes that we will then react to, and Lindsay will help us understand as non old time shitposting I don't know, connoisseurs, for lack of a better term. So while Dom cues that up, I guess Lindsay, how did you come across old time shitposting? They seem like two areas of the internet that would never touch each other.
Exactly. Yeah. So I had kind of been into old time and traditional music a little bit, and then I started the folklore master's program at Chapel Hill, and then I got my second year in the program. I worked for, like, instead of TAing or anything like that, I was a research assistant for South Arts, which is a regional
Hmm.
arts organization based in Atlanta. And so I worked on their In These Mountains Central Appalachian Documentation Initiative. And so I started, and they give out these fellowships every year, and like fund a lot of different things and help fund like regional arts administrative organizations in the area and stuff. And they really wanted a folklorist that like was from the region preferably to work on this. And so anyway, I started like reaching out to and talking with traditional artists in Western North Carolina, primarily musicians and dancers. So that's kind of how, through my work, I got more into it. Like, I already liked the music, but I had not delved into the community side at all. I knew and had met very few in person, or people in person from the community at that point. And one of them was Joseph DeCosimo, who's a, he did the folklore master's program and did the American Studies PhD at Chapel Hill. And when I was there for undergrad, he was a TA for the only folklore class I took in undergrad. So, and he's very much in the community. Wonderful, wonderful multi instrumentalist. But anyway, so I through that work I started meeting folks like Travis Stewart and Rodney Sutton, and I went to a couple of square dances in Asheville, and then everything shut down. So in comes me trying to like find. I had already gotten hooked on this community. I had the tiniest little taste of it, and then
Yeah.
everything shut down. And so I tried to find whatever community I could, whatever bits of that community I could in a safe way, which led me to Facebook, which I was pretty active on anyway, but I didn't use it in a really like productive or fun way. It was just sort of like doom scrolling and
Yeah,
distracting
people are
myself from
Yes,
grad
productive
school
on
right.
things.
Facebook. What?
Well, not productive, but like using it in like a fun, not depressing way, which is what I did. And so I had gotten started in some of the old time music like Facebook groups, just non-shit posty ones. And then I think one of the friends that I had made through one of those like just music focused groups added me to the shit posting group,
Uh huh.
and voila. I think I started out making memes that crossed over like Lord of the Rings and old time music, which I should have picked some of those out
Hell
for this
yeah.
stream. So
Oh
like
my
That
gosh, what?
that's
so
for
like
me.
there's this tune, yeah, there's this tune called Shortening Bread. So
Oh,
I took the frame where Sam's talking about like limbus bread.
yep.
Oh, more limbus bread. And I just like shittily photoshopped it to where it was like more shortening bread. Like,
Aw. I love
so
that.
I just took, and there's We're Going to Hunt the Buffalo is a tune, and I took that and like set it to I changed it to We're Going to Hunt the Ring, and I put it like with Sam and a picture of Sam and Frodo or something. And so on, and I made like different versions of that. And so I kind of came to the community side, the thick of the community side through the shitposting group, and I actually had to teach myself a lot about this music to be able to understand
Yeah.
the memes and understand the way people were talking in that group.
Yeah, that's you needed like a certain level of literacy.
So yeah.
Well, Lindsay, we've got our I think this is our first like proper meme review. We had like our Daisy Learns Smash History once. That's the closest thing we've done to this. So let's do like a proper meme review. Oh, come on, our Banjo 6. It won't be more than 28.
Oh my god, yeah, jeez Louise.
Stop, bring it on.
Bring it on. Okay. Okay. Lindsay, I'll control this this slide. You just tell me when to click and where.
Yeah, so you can go ahead to the first meme whenever.
Okay.
Okay, so this is actually from so one thing that I talked about in my thesis and was the big part of my thesis defense was people kind of think of like traditional Appalachian ballads, like a cappella ballads, kind of separate from old time music, and in my head I kind of think of them, obviously they're not the same thing, but I try not to separate the concept of voice from old time and traditional music.
Okay.
So anyway, so this meme that I first of all, I did not create any of these memes that I'm going to show you today.
These are organically sourced.
These are from
free
members.
Free range May.
Yeah. Free range May. And so this is based on a ballad called Little Margaret. And so obviously y'all are familiar. You guys may or may not be familiar with this meme format where the person's like acknowledging, like obviously he's acknowledging one car is great. But
this is a Top Gear. It's a Top Gear meme, right?
Yeah. I don't know what Top Gear is.
Okay, it's a British car show where the racist guys look at cars.
I just know the meme template. I just know.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Well, that's what we're here for. We can supply the template. You supply the joke.
So okay.
Yeah, I think it's Top Gear.
And there's a line, there's a line in the song. How do you like this snow white pillow? How do you like my sheets? Much better like the pretty fair maid who stands at my bed feet. And so it's just kind of a play on the language from that ballad, which is so, I just think, again, going back to what I was saying before, I think the way that like these ballads were sung in like the mountains of deep in the mountains of Western North Carolina for like ever, and the fact that like totally a cappella, and the fact that it has made its way into the modern imaginary in the form of a meme, because this was posted just like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Oh wow.
And I just think that's so brilliant because it's like this seemingly primitive thing. And so what I'd like to do today is to play you a version of Little Margaret that comes from Sheila K. Adams. Can I yell at
before we get started? Can I yell at Sam?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we need to address
Sam. The go live notification today was "Who are you, Flexitron? Reveal yourself." Do you even read chat? Okay, Lindsay, you were saying.
Do you literally?
So well, you're always welcome to yell at Sam. You have my full permission. But yeah. So I'd like to show them a beautiful, beautiful version of Little Margaret from one of my favorite musicians and ballad singers, Sheila K. Adams, who is from Madison County, North Carolina. So that's just not too far from where I grew up and live now. and it's a little further up deeper in the mountains. But yeah, she's just one of my heroes, and so I'd really like to take this opportunity and this platform to show you an traditional Appalachian ballad. And you are welcome to play that.
I don't mean to dox you, Lindsay, so you don't have to reply to this. No, let me rephrase that. How far north in North Carolina do you live? Like extremely north?
I'm in McDowell County, so I'm not like. I'm not extremely
McDowell
north.
County. I have the map of North Carolina memorized, but in case anyone else doesn't, where would that be?
That's like, so I'm like 45 minutes from Asheville.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, so I'm like, Asheville's where we go when we're bored, which is fairly often because Marion's growing a little bit, but it doesn't have it's no Asheville, which I'm glad in a lot of ways. But anyway, so I'm more in the foothills, but still, It's still like an Appalachian Regional Commission county, which there's a lot to unpack there, but on what counts as Appalachia, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But yeah, she's from Madison County, which is a little further west.
Gotcha. All right, Little Margaret performed by Sheila K. Adams.
Little Margaret sitting in her high chair, combing back her long yellow hair, saw sweet William and his new made bride riding up the road so near. She threw down her ivory comb, threw back her long yellow hair, said, I'll go down and bid him farewell, never more go there. It was late in the night, they were fast asleep. Little Margaret appeared all dressed in white, standing at their bed feet. Said, how do you like your snow white pillow? How do you like your sheet? Said, how do you like that
can you
pretty
turn
fair
off or
maid
down?
who
Okay.
lays in your arms asleep? Very well do I like my snow white pillow. Very well do I like my sheet. Much better do I like that pretty fair maid who stands at my bed feet. He called his serving man to go, saddled the dappled roan, and he went to her father's house that night, and he knocked on the door alone. Said, is little Margaret in her room, or is she in the hall? Little Margaret's in her coal black coffin with her face turned toward the wall. Unfold, unfold those snow white robes, be they ever so fine, for I want to kiss those cold, cold lips, for I know they'll never kiss mine. 3 times he kissed her cold, cold hands, twice he kissed her cheek, and once he kissed her cold, cold lips, and he fell in her arms asleep.
That was great.
Okay, that was great.
Yeah.
The kids looked hilariously bored, but I love that Grandma came in and was like,
I know every word.
Like,
I know every word. I'm not gonna say. Yeah. I'm gonna let her
Like,
have
I'm
her
not
moment,
gonna
so I'm not gonna vocalize
See,
anything.
that's
But you
what's
know,
so-
I know. You know, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a
Yeah,
person
and
who
that's
also
so indicative of. Yeah. Go ahead.
no, keep going. It's so indicative of what?
It's so indicative of how that sort of works. Like, when you're a kid, you don't always appreciate this stuff when you're a kid, whether it's traditional music or whatever your parents think is cool, and
Yeah.
but with this particular tradition, it is so steeped in family and steeped in that, this family has been, their relatives, they've been in this area of Madison County called Sodom Laurel for generations and generations. And like I've talked about quarantine happy hour when I was on the stream before, and Donna Ray Norton did and Sheila K. Adams' daughter Melanie Penland did a quarantine happy hour stream. So I want to say one of those kids may be Sheila K.'s daughter that ended up doing ballads on quarantine happy hour. But yeah, so it's just cool that this is so steeped in, you know, family and tradition, and but tradition, as we know from Glassy, is ever changing. So yeah, love it.
So what's the next one you got for us?
Yes. So on to the next slide.
Oh,
Wait, can I point out in the first meme too? You could go back to it for like a second. Oh boy, is it gonna let you, or is it just gonna keep playing it over and over again? It's fine.
Nope, I'm gonna say no. You can't, Daisy.
All right. I thought there was like a Snow White kind of reference, or was it just? Was that like an intentional reference, or was that an accidental reference? Do you know? I get like curious about the net. Did they say in the very first meme, right? Did I misread it, or am I like misthinking it or something? Let me look on my own screen, because I'm an adult. Snow White pillow sheets. Never mind. It's just describing the color.
All right.
Yeah. So
my brain is okay. Sorry for that terrible
Lindsay, I think people are trying to communicate with you in chat. Chris Turpin says Appalachian kids hate the music. Isn't that right, Lindsay? Our Banjo 6 says Lindsay hates bluegrass. Chris Turpin says Old Crow is bluegrass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Shitbird. The joke is Old Crow isn't bluegrass. How?
Yeah,
I thought you were a legendary troll. I'm shaming you with the bird. I'm shaming you with the bird.
Yes.
Bird shame.
Bird shame.
Oh yeah, Snow White. By the way, Snow White is a cat. That's the reference they're making. Snow White is a very fat cat, Daisy.
Oh, okay. Okay, Shirley. Is the Joe Camel of old time? Oh my
okay.
god!
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Well, that would also by Folkwise's metrics. By Folkwise's metrics, that would make Old Crow Medicine Show the Blink-182 of old time. Is that right?
Is that
right? Because he's the Blink-182 of Folkwise.
Yeah.
He's the thing. Maybe it's the first time you heard of it, but you were supposed to outgrow it by the time you're 14.
Well, I'm not a huge Old Crow fan, and as Rachel said, she tried to expose me, and she did so. I'm not a big bluegrass person. I will say this. I am very, very, very picky about my bluegrass. I really usually prefer the more traditional string band stuff, but at the same time, I love voice in music, which is more so a bluegrass thing than an old time thing. But it's funny because I sort of like just enjoy the like traditional Appalachian ballads, like what we just watched, which are clearly not bluegrass. So it's complicated.
Yeah, it's fair. It's allowed to be complicated. It's nuanced.
It is nuanced. Yeah.
I just realized what Shirley Campy was doing, and I hate it.
Death Loris.
I cannot
do like Ralph Stanley.
Can't.
Ralph Stanley. I like Ralph Stanley.
Shirley,
I do like Che Appalachian.
All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, so we can't turn this into a punk rock stream again. We already have one of those.
Yep, I hated it. Can you do the voice, Lindsay?
What voice?
The voice.
The Bernie voice.
Hold on. Does everyone else not read Bernie memes in his voice?
Oh, I totally do.
Because I totally.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes wave my hand like I'm conducting an imaginary orchestra.
I am once again asking you to. I can't do it.
No, you're doing great. Honestly, you might be doing. I'm sorry to say this, but you might be doing better than Daisy's Brooklyn voice.
I was just gonna say, if I tried to do it, it was gonna be like French.
Yeah, totally. Keep going.
I am once again asking you to tell them nothing, nor let them know your name. That your name is young Edmund, who drove in the lowlands.
Yeah, good, sure, good.
So this
Well
meme,
done, Lindsay.
this meme comes from a ballad called Young Emily. And it's just funny because the meme template just fits, just sort of like the one before. It just fits so perfectly with like the sentiment of the song, which I again would really like to show you a particular version of Young Emily that I really enjoy because it is sung by another one of my trad music female heroes, Elizabeth Laprelle, who recently, just a little plug, that's the clip that I'm going to show you guys comes from a movie that was released last year, I think, called The Mountain Miner. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I think it's on Amazon Prime. There might be somewhere else to access it, but it's a really wonderful like story, like to Chris's point about how Appalachian kids like supposedly hate the music. Like it's a really wonderful story about like a family story about finding that the appeal that like I've found in old time string band music, and it and Elizabeth's all the people in it are really wonderful musicians and just great people. And it was directed by Dale Farmer, who's also a really great person and great musician. And so it's called The Mountain Miner. I can link it in the chat once we start the video. But this version of Young Emily comes from that movie. And again, Elizabeth Laprelle is singing it, who's she's really the first. I think I got into like Rhiannon Giddens and Carolina Chocolate Drops, and then I saw Anna and Elizabeth at UNC in undergrad, and I just like fell totally in love with her voice, and the work that she does, and yeah. So you can play that, and I can link. Yeah, I can link Mountain Miner in the chat while that's playing.
Young Emily was a fair maid. She loved a driver boy. He drove in the main for some gold to gain, way down in the lowlands low. My father runs a public house down by the riverside. Come ye, and enter in, and there this night abide. Oh, please don't tell them nothing. Don't you ever let them know that your name it is young Edmund, who drove in the lowlands low. Young Edmund fell to drinking, from drinking into bed. Said he did not know that his sword that night would part his neck and head. Young Emily rose in the morning Says I'm going to look for my driver boy who drove in the lowlands low. Oh, Father, my dear Father, you've got to let me know what's happened to my driver boy who drove in the lowlands low. Oh, daughter, my dear daughter, don't you speak so loud and free. His gold is all for us to claim, and his body's in the sea. Oh, Father, cruel Father, I'll have you hung a public show for the murdering of my driver boy who drove in the lowlands low. See the coach on yonder mountain, it's moving to and fro. It reminds me of my driver boy who drove in the lowlands low. My true love's laying in the ocean. The fish swims o'er his breast. His body's in a gentle motion. I pray that his soul's at rest.
Holy shit. That was really good.
Some energy.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
damn. Also, Caitlin and Carrie got me some dilly beans. Now I'm really craving dilly beans.
I know. I'm like,
Oh,
beans.
y'all.
Beans.
The creator of those two memes is in the chat.
Oh, Whomst.
Homst.
Ben DIY.
Ben DIY.
Reveal your
Ben
name.
DIY, you DIY
Oh.
those memes.
Oh
You
my God, he
DIY
did
those memes. Oh my God, you DIYing those memes. Damn.
Hey, Lindsay, have you ever met Hillary Warner Evans?
No.
I feel like you two could have so much
Got
to talk
you.
about,
You
like
got you.
ballad-wise.
Yes. Yes.
I would love to.
Oh my God,
Anyone
yeah.
who loves
Yeah,
ballads.
actually, yeah.
She's my former roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I need ballad
to put
friends.
everything bring it back full circle. Our roommate dynamic, she said she was a hobbit, I was a dwarf.
Oh,
Yeah, I get it.
I love this. We are meant to be
Yeah.
friends because I'm a total Tolkien head.
What?
And the thing, like, I would totally be a hobbit, no questions asked.
Yeah, I'm getting the
Growing
vibe.
up, my sister's like, I want to be an elf. And
Oh.
I'm like, hobbit life for me.
What else did Caitlin and Carrie get me? You got me apple cider donuts.
So good.
What else? You got me
Did you-
apple
did you
butter.
get
Apple butter and like
Mhm.
lime Ricky cherries.
That sounds good.
Croissants. Oh, they were the most amazing croissants.
Oh my gosh.
Is there something I'm missing? I think we're good.
I think that's
Um
anyway.
Hey,
Is there-
yeah.
wait,
oh,
I have a question.
Oh, and the Old Bay pickles, which I had some with my dinner.
Old Bay
I had a tuna salad and I used the
Oh
Old
my
Bay pickles
God.
in them. They were perfect.
That combo makes perfect sense.
Right?
It does. Okay, wait. I I have a question about the meme commentary here.
Yes.
Is there
Yes.
I can either the OP in the chat or Lindsay, can you help me understand why it's Bernie? Is it just that because the way he says his phrase fits the pace of the tune?
No, so
What?
Bernie is like pleading you to do this thing.
Yeah.
And in the song,
she's
the
like
person
pleading to
is
the back. Okay.
don't tell them who you are.
Okay.
So I think that's
I
the
just wanted
idea.
to make sure.
Daisy,
Okay, I just want to make
that
sure.
was your dream brain again.
Okay, well,
Dream brain.
I specifically Okay, let me tell. Okay, I need to tell the chat. So we were sent these memes ahead of time. We curated them into a PowerPoint, but I specifically did not look very long at them, so that way I could explain / react to them better during the stream. And you know what? That choice is failing me at every turn. So I very much regret this decision.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right.
Hey, okay, Daisy, can I give a teaser for later? If you're a fan of Daisy's Dream Brain, Daisy helped with a certain point of the lecture tonight, and you're gonna love what they came up with.
That's true.
Oh my god, Daisy sees the narrative flow like the energy tubes in Donnie Darko. That's so right.
That's
I don't think I've ever been more. I've not been more accurately
Called
described. Oh my god, that's good. That is the energy that I bring to the table, folks.
Daisy, you're kind of Donnie Darko the human.
Yeah, true.
Not like the person Donnie Darko.
12-year-old me loves that I received that compliment.
Lindsay, what we got next?
Oh my god.
Okay, yes. So next we have
an expanding brain.
We love expanding brain. It's our favorite.
It's my favorite meme. It's my literal favorite meme.
So the creator of this meme is also in the chat. It is none other than our very own Banjo 6.
Banjo 6. What's up?
So I've told you about my story of joining old time music shitposting. So I stayed in for several months and then I left because it was just like, I don't know. I talked about this in the last time I was on the stream, but I joked that I got too good at it, but really I kind of got annoyed at the fact I kind of started taking it too seriously, I guess, and got annoyed at the fact that young mediocre musicians were poking fun at older, more talented musicians that I really enjoy.
Okay.
And so I was just like, you know what? This is just a bunch of BS. I'm leaving. And so I left, and then I stayed gone for several months, I think. And then okay, Rachel, you didn't have to go there.
You were shitposting first, and it made
That's honestly, it's kind of true. I will admit that. That's not the total reason. But yeah. Anyway, so I left for several months, but that was when I was still working on my prior thesis project. So I was previously doing my thesis project with an African American potter in Weaverville, North Carolina, just outside of Asheville. And so I didn't really have an academic need to stay in the group. And so I left, and because it was just a social thing at this point. And then I lost my train of thought. But no, I changed advisors and I changed projects because it was becoming clear that like this project with the Potter wasn't sustainable during COVID. Like he's in his 70s, blah blah. So I changed project, and then even then though I didn't rejoin shitposting. I was like, like I didn't. It was mostly about quarantine happy hours, so I didn't rejoin yet. And then I realized I cannot talk about this phenomenon of old time music, adapting to the circumstances of COVID without talking about memes. And so it was like, okay, I can't just keep texting Rachel for memes that I can't access because I'm not in the group anymore. So I rejoined.
Return to us, Lindsay.
I rejoined. I tucked my tail between my legs and came back. And then shortly after, at some point, Rachel made this expanding brain meme of tracking that journey. Yeah.
So okay, so you got memeified in the group that you were using to understand old time music and meme culture.
Yeah.
You became the thing that you were studying.
Oh, there's more. There's more. This is not
God.
the only meme about me.
Yeah, there's more in this PowerPoint, right?
There's one more. Actually, I won't spoil it, but there's one more that pokes fun at the reason why I left. Part of the reason why I left. So we'll get there.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah.
I'm in awe of chat tonight. Everyone's so active.
I know.
Like
Chat is forking popping off. Hey, Banjo shitposting people, stick around. Dang. It's been Shitbird and Luomi, and now Luomi's for some reason dropped off the face of the earth. And Dom is here hosting.
Luomi's got kids and shit.
Yeah, and Death Loris is here, shitposting up a storm. But hey, the energy you have brought tonight is unbelievable.
Little Frogcar, I feel like you haven't been in the chat for months. It's good to have you back and posting. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Anyway, okay, I actually love this meme also, just like the layout of this meme. Oh, Lindsay, we cannot hear you.
You might be muted. You might be muted, Lindsay.
I think that we are also muted because Lindsay seems to be talking and is inexplicable.
Lindsay,
we can't hear you. I'm just gonna like Lindsay. I don't know if this is indicating anything to you. All right, I'll do the mod thing, and I'm just gonna.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. What was that?
Wait.
Lindsay?
We couldn't hear you that entire time.
You're back.
What happened?
Yo,
I don't know. We don't know.
No one heard a single word you were saying. Start over.
Yes, you gotta start over.
No. Okay,
yes.
Can you hear me now, though?
Yes, we can. It was weird because you couldn't hear us saying, Lindsay, we can't hear you. So, go. Okay.
No, that was weird.
Act like I'm going to cut that on the YouTube version of this and just repeat what you said. All right, Lindsay, what's this next one?
Okay. This is, so I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Carter family. But they're, am I muted again?
No,
you're.
Okay.
I'm giving you the thumbs up.
Okay, cool. But they're sort of thought of as like the first family of country music or whatever you want to call them, and they're amazing. Like they're absolutely awesome, and they're well known within old time bluegrass country and all that. And but this meme just touches on so many like issues with the Carter family. So like AP Carter was sort of the patriarch, I guess, and Ralph Peer was a country music producer, and so he's over here like sort of like commercializing the Carter family, or for lack of a long story short. And then AP Carter's over here like copywriting folk songs, and AP and Sarah Carter end up getting divorced, and it's just a hot mess. But my favorite part of the meme is the fact that you have Leslie Riddle, sitting at the bottom of the ocean, completely forgotten, because Leslie Riddle was an African American musician who, much like T-Tot with Hank Williams, basically, like, the Carter family wouldn't be the Carter family without Leslie Riddle. Like, there is a petition to induct Leslie Riddle into the Country Music Hall of Fame, which I don't know how the fuck he's not already in there. But because the Carter family would not be the Carter family without Leslie Riddle.
Yeah.
And so this meme just it's still funny. Like I mentioned, a lot of the memes are just kind of like, oh, haha, that's funny. Like, but I don't think as much about it, and I just scroll on. But this one just unpacks so many issues of that are a thing within the history of old time and country music, and of them forgetting the sources of. Yeah, them forgetting the sources of things.
Like per pixel. You know what I mean? There's so much going on.
Yes. Oh, Jack. Yes. Thank you. And yes, like Rachel says, copywriting folk songs he got from Appalachian people without crediting them. And obviously, I mean, I don't say that to take away from the Carter family's impact on country music and old time music and blah, blah, blah. But Leslie Riddle, like, he made them who they are. And so, yeah. So go sign that petition. Go learn about Leslie Riddle. I can put some resources in the chat.
We got the petition in the chat.
I don't
petition
know
in the chat.
Whoa, Tommy's here with
5
subs.
Damn.
Cool, including people in the chat right now.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much, Tommy. Everyone else, enjoy your subs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have I don't know if I have the petition in the chat, or maybe I need a direction on exactly what to look for to find that. But I have been periodically posting the old time music.
20 seconds to get this hype train, people. 20 seconds to get this hype train.
I have it up. I've got the petition right here. But this is like hugely personally important to me because Leslie Riddle, much like many other African-American, Appalachian African-American musicians, had massive impact on white country music and old-time musicians, and they were just totally, like the meme shows, like left at the bottom of the ocean, for lack of a better.
Yeah. I don't know if there is a better. I don't know if there is a better image. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Shirley. You can't. Thanks, Karabecca. Thank you for the donos, people.
Yeah, I just put the petition in the chat.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Benton's Dream.
Yeah, thanks, Benton's Dream.
Very important.
Benton's Dream. Benton's Dream, who are you?
Ooh! Tommy cheering 46 1 bit at a time. The hell?
Tommy. Why you do it like that? It's okay. I love it. Thank you.
Oh, and thank you for finally following Joel Chappening.
Yeah, Joel. Christ. Oh my God.
Joel! Who even are you, Joel?
Come on, Joel Bird.
Yo, who is Joel Chappening?
Reveal yourself.
You thought you already had. You thought you already had a terrible excuse.
Okay, yeah, that's that. Leslie Riddle is a bomb. I also love the Carter family, but come on, look up the history.
Yeah.
Know the history.
Next.
Next is an ad.
Yes.
Please explain.
Do we want to explain the ad? Is this my commercial break?
Well, no, it's not your commercial break, but this will air during the commercial break.
Okay. So, should I say something about it, or should we go to the next meet?
Oh, well, Daisy, well, you made the ad. Why don't you read it? Is the ad not supposed to be right now?
I can just say a little thing about it, and that way when people see the commercial break,
That's good. It's a good idea.
Okay. So I am a patron on the Folkwise Patreon, however you say it, and I've decided that means that I get an ad every week or something. And
at a certain level,
yes, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I've decided for this week at least to advertise really cool, or just to plug like a really cool album that's coming out in a few days from Joe Troop. And I don't know if any of you have listened to Che Appalachian before, but they are a really great sort of bluegrassy group, and they are just making really socially conscious, beautiful music. And Joe's solo album here that's coming out from Free Dirt Records in 3 days is really wonderful. I got a little sneak copy with my Free Dirt, my little Free Dirt frequent flyer miles.
Let's go.
AKA they get all of my money, and I ordered a bunch of stuff with my Joe Troop pre-order, and they just went ahead and sent stuff. But so yeah, so check it out. I ordered my CD directly from Free Dirt. There's probably other places to get it, but check it out. Beautiful, socially conscious music. Yeah, really doing he's really doing the kind of work that I believe musicians, all musicians, but especially those who play, instruments that came out of Africa and such like that, they have a responsibility to be doing this work. And Joe is just really a special person, a great musician, beautiful voice. So yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm proud to also be running this ad during the commercial. Also want to say thank you, chat. We hit level 2 hype train. We're almost at level 3 hype train. Thank you for everything, chat.
Yeah, and this is great. And if you need more details, we're gonna run the ad during the actual break. But it was great to interrupt our meme review. Haha! You all thought that this was just gonna be memes and not serious at all, but here we are plugging a wonderful musician while we continue on.
I'm gonna go to a meme while you cover.
Here.
We got it. I know this one. I know.
Yeah, this one I think I know too.
Okay, so Techno Family. Yes, I'm so excited about this.
Tommy.
Papa.
56 cheers.
Hype train level 3.
Oh, Tommy, we added a new thing since you've been here. We added a new thing since you've been here that 1,000 bits is text to speak. So yes, the robot voice announced T-Papa says cheered.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what that was. Anyway, Lindsay.
Rachel, that's not Phil. Rachel, it's not Phil. Anyway, that's
our
an inside. But so Techno Family was this thing that like this video that was going around where it's these 4 people clogging.
Should I play it?
And yeah, and they were setting it. This one's set to techno music. I think that's what it started out with. But I saw ones with like rap music. I saw different ones. So go ahead and play it.
Let's go. Why is this?
Thylacines in the chat for this. Get hype. Get hype.
Why is this like the goth kids under the bridge?
This is very similar. God, this sounds great in my headphones.
Yeah, this
is like German like hard bass.
Into it.
Yes.
Into it.
So I wanted to show, and if we don't have time, we don't have to watch.
We got time. Let's hit it.
Okay. Yes. Nope. Next.
This one.
Here is.
Okay.
Quick note. Here is the source video for Techno Family from the 1987 documentary Talking Feet, which was made by Mike Seeger, a wonderful musician, folklorist, whatever, amazing person. And the person in the green shirt who you saw dancing in the Techno Family video is none other than probably one of the most widely respected and known dancers in Flatfoot percussive dancers in Western North Carolina that I had the pleasure of interviewing for my work with South Arts because he received a master
excellent.
artist fellow. Yes, he received a master artist fellowship from South Arts to go and study percussive dance in our traditional percussive dance in Ireland. His name's Rodney. Yeah, his name's Rodney Sutton, and he. I'll let him speak for himself.
I know what his name is. Wasteland Shaman pointed out. That's Shaggy. This is Daphne. That's Fred, and this is Velma. Right? We're Scoob.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're Scoob. It's easy. All right.
Scoob's off screen.
Scoob's eating.
Yeah. Scoob snacks.
Okay, I'm not gonna act like this doesn't actually slap a Rooney.
Yeah.
Styles from older mountain dancers and have organized performing groups. The fiddle puppets have taken what they've learned in new directions, combining
Let's
styles,
go.
especially those of Western North Carolina.
Why do I want this to be the slap battle between Patrick Star and SpongeBob SquarePants?
They're ham-boning that, right? Yeah. Oh no, I'm thinking of the movie. You're talking about a bit from the show. Yeah, this absolutely goes hard.
That's true, Ben. Rodney grew out a sick beard during quarantine.
Oh, this is kind of JoJo's.
Oh.
I'm expecting their stands right now.
My dancing is a result of my early experiences going to square dances in eastern North Carolina with my parents, to later on my involvement in the early days with the Greengrass Cloggers. And the basic step that we used for most of our early precision clogging, traditional clogging, changed due to our meeting of people like Willard Watson, who taught us some old barnyard steps, to our involvement.
Yeah, that hair and beard combo.
Charlotte,
wow, this guy looked like he's about to fly into battle with Flash Gordon.
He grew this back out during quarantine.
Hell yeah!
He's just very. It's all just very white now.
It's hockey
amazing.
Goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
And show you how they evolved into what I do today when I'm just.
And so now he's actually. So I'll interrupt Rodney and say that now he's actually he's got a North Carolina. I can't remember the name of the actual thing, but they pair master artists.
Like apprenticeship award.
Yeah, the apprenticeship. So he mentioned Willard Watson. So he is paired up with Willard Watson III, who is a few years older than me, and so him and Willard Watson III are paired up, and Willard is his apprentice. So the Willard that Rodney was mentioning there is his now apprentice's like grandfather or something. So yeah. So this is like.
Yeah, he's like Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he is. He's like, okay, I will say this, but the one that Rachel thought this was Phil Jameson, who's also Phil and Rodney are probably the two most well-known, like I would say, that stick out in my mind in Western North Carolina. And so here Rodney is just showing some different kinds of steps, different styles of steps, and yeah, and then he's like narrating, this is like Robert Dotson, he got a certain kind of step from Robert Dotson, a certain kind from Willard Watson. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Rodney's just like...
He do be schmoovin' though. He do be schmoovin'.
Oh, he do be schmoovin'. And Rodney is one of the funniest people on the face of the planet. So what Rachel was referencing, when she said you can touch... When Rachel said you can, I don't even think I can talk about this without laughing my ass off. When Rachel said, but when they mentioned that earlier in the chat, I was like, oh my god, I don't have time to tell the story right now, but I'll tell it on the stream. So when Rodney's nickname is Possum, and he's obsessed with possums, and so when I was at Mount Airy, I was this year, Mount Airy Fiddlers Convention, I was camped next to Rodney, and he had like all these stuffed possums and like possum decorations like hanging from his like the awning outside of his little camper. And so me and Rachel, after the dance contest, we were standing around talking to Rodney, and and we were referencing how the quarantine happy hour, one of the previous weeks, had this band on called the Possum Touchers.
Okay.
And we were like talking to Rodney about that or something, and Rodney said, we mentioned something about Rodney's possums up there at his camper, and he said, just sort of like casually, nonchalantly, he goes, "You can touch on them possums." And we just, it was so funny. Like, it was one of those you had to be there things, but like, he was like, "Yeah, you can go touch on them possums."
Hell yeah. Okay.
Am I wrong? Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen this documentary before in like one of my classes or something. I feel like, am I wrong in thinking that at the end they have a possum that like dies and they do a funeral for a possum?
I actually haven't seen that.
Okay, I'm gonna find the funeral for a possum, folks. I swear this is not Daisy Dream Brain. This is a thing. Well, I don't know. Maybe maybe it is. It's something I saw in a folk stream. So we're like at the end, they had like a.
That is something Rodney would do, though. That is something Rodney would do.
Death Lawrence knows what I'm talking about. There is a group that's like named the.
No, but Death Lawrence is saying it's a separate video, Daisy.
Well, maybe it is, but it's about old time. I'm pretty sure.
It's like, oh my god, you can't just watch any folk streams video and go, "Is this the one where they eat the salamanders?" Like, come on.
Well, it's the one where they have a possum funeral and there's possums involved. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they have a funeral for a possum. And it's part of Rodney's pet possum. Probably it was. He
loves them. He loves them. I wish I had a picture of his camp to share with you all.
Oh my god.
Lindsay,
you can touch on them possums.
Do you know Mary Hufford?
You ought to.
Yeah, kinda.
I'm gonna introduce you to like at ASAP. Because I think you just need to hang out. You just need to hang out.
Lindsay, do you have another is this the end of the PowerPoint or do you got one more?
Is it? Oh, I have one more. Aforementioned.
One more.
Yes.
One more. Which, like I said, I teased it earlier.
Dun, dun, dun.
People, look closely, folks.
Look closely. Look far, and you'll see it.
So, this
notice and wonder, as Judy Thomas says. Notice and wonder.
As I said earlier, I get a little defensive about my favorite musicians, and sometimes I get lost in that and can't just embrace the shit posting. Well, one of the one I'm most defensive of is Bruce Molsky. And I love him. I stand by that. But he's coming out with, or he's working on an all guitar album, which is going to be amazing because his guitar playing is just absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah.
But he's one of my favorite musicians, and I will say this, defend myself from the shit posting. As I talked about in my thesis defense, I think one reason that I really like Bruce, and it's also a reason that I feel like people kind of shit post him a lot, is he really does a wonderful job of combining voice and the type of instrumentation that I love. Like, so anyway, because he has a lot of songs in addition to just like traditional, tunes with no lyrics.
Yeah.
And so he's working on a all guitar album, and he posted about it, and someone in shit posting, Rachel, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Dave. He just took this picture of me that I'm assuming stole from my Facebook because I certainly didn't send it to him. And I am peeping in on I'm peeping in on Bruce, and that's it. And it sort of speaks to this speaks to this whole thing about my love for Bruce and his music and me following his, like, you can even see down there in the screenshot of the meme.
Lindsey Terrell liked this.
Yeah, so this
I bet Lindsey Terrell love reacted.
Yeah.
I did love react.
I could tell.
did. I even put, do you know what I did? I put a GIF in the comments that's like, you know, the one that's Kermit, like going like this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So I didn't say that's why he gets shit posted, Rachel. I just meant, like, I feel like he gets shit posted for, I guess, not being old time enough or some shit like that.
Lindsay, I gotta ask, did Bruce Photoshop this himself?
No.
Okay. It's very good. You got you got smooth edges.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Pretty good
Dave,
job.
Yeah.
So someone in shit posting took a screenshot of Bruce's post and photoshopped me into that.
Okay.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's so cool.
And that's pretty much it. Sort of speaks to, like,
you're
You're part
permanent
of
part of the mimetic collection. You are a permanent you've permanently changed you have fundamentally changed shit posting old time music.
Yeah, well,
you might have violated the prime
worse.
shit posting directive.
I may
what's the pretentious 90s film people, the Dogma 95 people declaring that it can't be Dogma 95 anymore because it became a genre. Hey, shit posting and old time shit posting can't be what? That
was the most whoosh I've oh wow. Daisy went to film school. All right.
Oh, I just got a text from the wild. From a wild.
We lost.
We lost. Who?
We lost Lindsay's voice again. No.
Who is the wild? Who is the wild?
Who are you, Benton's Dream? Reveal yourself.
Benton's Dream. The wild who?
Okay, she might have froze. Daisy, while Lindsay's frozen, why don't we go to break? We'll take like 5 or 10 minutes. Come back with the Lindsay interview. Does that work?
Yeah, that's great. Hey, folks, thanks for listening in. We did meme review. We did old time.
Lindsay interview next.
Banjo toss. Lindsay interview next, and then a mini lecture from Flexitron 93 and the shit posting extraordinaire Benton's Dream.
See you in a minute. The shit posting twins. See you in like 10. See you in like 10.
Yeah. Bye.
Quilts have had a meaning on many levels. Making quilts helped me to get a sense of my own space, sense of finding my way, sense of really working my way out of the labyrinth.